Welcome to the Bookers Alliance podcast, where we hold the pencil and the pencil is power. Coming at you right now is your host, Marky Mark, along with the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Donaldson. Join us as we discuss the ever-changing landscape of professional wrestling. So hang on tight, you jabronis, and enjoy the ride. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining today's episode of the Bookers Alliance podcast. We got a good one for you today, so come on in, grab yourself your ringside seat, get your popcorn ready. Man, we are drafting today,
Oh,
Frank.
yeah. It's that time of the year. I got my general manager here to my side here. He's ready. He's got all the research done. He did all the homework. I'm ready to sign some contracts today. Let's load them up.
It is draft season, so in honor of the WWE Draft that begins this Friday, shortly after this episode drops, we're going to see how it compares to our draft. We're going to see
It
how
won't be half as good as what we're about to do here.
No. We
Tell
about
them
to
why.
blaze it.
Tell them why.
We're going to blaze it because somebody got the number one pick.
Oh, yeah. Who got the number one pick there? Throw y'all ones up out there. If you're listening to my voice right now, throw them ones up.
So, yeah, I guess I'm the number two.
Yeah, somebody got to be a two because you the twos and we the ones.
All right, so the way that we're handling this is we have already done a pre-draft coin flip. Mr. Frank got the coin toss, so he's going to go as 1-1 in our
fails,
draft.
Y'all. Tails never fail.
We're going to do our men's draft first. We're going to draft 10, top 10 guys. We're going to snake draft it, and then we'll do a secondary draft of the top 10 ladies, and we're going to see how this goes.
Where are we pulling these people from?
Anywhere. They're going to come from WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, Stardom, wherever you can.
That's why our
the
draft
indie
is going to be
wherever
number
you
one.
can go.
How about retired wrestlers? What if we want to pull one out of the mothballs there and bring them back?
Well, as they say in the Rumble, if your entrance list gets real short, you got to go back and go into the closet.
Just in case, you might have to go. I might have to go in the woodwork there for a little bit.
Hey, because we have known the retired folk to come out for one more match.
Exactly. I don't know if you want to waste a good high pick on them, though. That's going to have to be them 8, 9s, and 10s.
But I will say this. Let's give just a few minutes to AEW. Just a few minutes coming off the Dynasty pay-per-view.
Okay.
Just a few minutes.
Okay.
Mr. Swerve.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Swerve. He finally got crowned as champion. Good stuff there. Tag team match, good stuff there. A lot of crazy spots, a lot of activity. Welcome back, Jack Perry. I mean, we don't have no beef with you.
Hey, look, we I don't care what glass you use. I don't care.
Exactly.
I ain't got no dog in that hunt.
Yeah, nope. So just entertain me. So yeah, but cry you a river. Why not?
Scapegoat.
There you go.
All right. So being that that's out of the way, let's get into this draft to see where this thing goes.
Number one. Who the ones? Who them ones still up out there? I know people are driving. People are at work. I don't care. Throw them ones up. Get your damn one up.
All right, I can tell you who I know you're going to pick, and I can probably go ahead and write it down.
Take a wild guess. I mean, it should already be on the flashboard up there, but in case they're, coming out of Florida, Miami, former football star, former Universal Undisputed WWE. What other type? Roman Reigns, the number one pick in the draft, as if there was any doubt.
Well, all right, Roman Reigns. Okay, so
the double R.
So if that's your 1-1, obviously my 1-2 is going to be Mr. Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right, so that means I get to pick 2-1.
Yeah, so got to let the readers know. I mean, we're doing the snake draft system. So yeah, I got the number one pick, but now I'm losing 2 picks right behind. So it was great for a moment. Now all of a sudden I'm just like, ugh, I'm dying here. But okay.
And if I've got Cody, I've got to get the person he's beefing with right now, beefing with The Rock.
There you go.
Got to choose The Rock.
See, look, we're already bringing one of them legends out now. I said like made in 8, 9, 10. Marky Mark brought him out in 2.
He's not really a legend though. He's not.
Is he on the active roster right now?
Yeah.
No, he's on a Hollywood movie set right now. He's nowhere near the active roster. But that's okay. That's okay. I can rebound from that.
All right. Who is your 2-2, sir?
All right. So my 2-2 is gonna be former world heavyweight champion Drew McIntyre. Drew's been strong lately. I gotta give some love to Drew.
Drew McIntyre. I really enjoyed what happened on Monday Night Raw with Drew. I really like the angles that they're taking with him. I loved his interaction with Sheamus.
Yep. That's what picked. So there were other people I was wanting to pick at this time.
Yep.
But yeah, after the last, like, let's say month with Drew, I mean, he's there. He's definitely a top tier player right now.
All right. Who is your 3-1, sir?
Well, so same as what you said. If I'm picking Drew, I got to pick who he's beefing with. I got to go with CM Punk, the second city savior.
All right. CM Punk still on the shelf. How does your GM feel about that, sir?
He's resting up. Okay. I mean, he's just resting up, but he's more over than anybody over on the other side right now. Because I mean, the other side's showing his hype videos. They're showing his backstage brawl. So apparently, he's the most over guy in wrestling right now. I gotta have him out here.
So you don't think he's the man made of glass? You think he's gonna come back?
Yeah, I mean,
after the 2 injuries in AEW and the injury in WWE, he's gonna survive.
He may be the man made of glass, but he's made of not real glass. So that means he can always come back at any time because, as he said, you don't use real glass when you don't have to. So he's not the man made of real glass.
Nice.
There you go.
All right. So as I am in the 3-2 spot, I am going to go with probably the most hyped man in AEW right now. I'm going to go with Will Ospreay.
Uh-oh. There you go.
So for me,
Ospreay just put a banger on a couple days ago. So yeah, I see the idea.
For me, Will is the, I guess the Kenny Omega 2.0. Okay. I think Kenny Omega 10 years younger. Yeah, whereas Kenny's career is starting to hit its twilight because of everything that's happened, and also Kenny. Out there with diverticulitis, dude. Yeah. I hope you get better, man.
Exactly. So we don't know what his timetable's looking like. So we're hopeful right now.
But I think Will Ospreay is doing a great job filling in that role.
Yeah. Except for that little slip up he had with the interviewed segment.
Yeah.
I advise first thing you and your team does is kind of take them aside, let them know.
PR training.
Exactly. Let them know, you don't punch up to the 800-pound gorilla when you can't reach the 800-pound gorilla, right? You punch up to in your weight class, and he was punching out his weight class that day.
Yeah, I think for what happened, granted, the man that Triple H is, I think he fully expected that shot to come back. And matter of fact, I think he would have been disappointed if that shot would have came back.
He probably didn't expect it to go as lowbrow as it did. Because, I mean, there's a lot of other things you could say about anybody in wrestling instead of going to the 20-year-old running joke. I mean, when that joke was actually popular, Will Ospreay wasn't even alive.
No.
So at this point, anything he would say about in regards to that would be hearsay for him because he wouldn't know it in person. But okay, I go along with that.
Yeah, but he did say at the scrum after the pay-per-view that he's not going to go back to that again. He wants to let that die.
Yeah.
And okay, that.
Yeah, he learned his lesson.
He learned his lesson. I mean,
you gotta call it for real. He's never been on a scale this stage or a stage of this scale before, so he doesn't know the proper etiquette.
He's also in his early 30s. He's still young.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's still learning, and
he's gonna make mistakes.
Let's see what happens from there, but. You can't deny the boy's putting on bangers in the ring.
As long as if he keeps his talking in the ring, he's fine. Yeah, he'll be fine.
He's good.
He'll survive.
All right, so I am staring down 4-1, and for 4-1, I am going to go with a surprise pick. I'm going to go with Carmelo Hayes.
Wow.
Yeah.
We might have to go 15 deep in this draft now. If we start swimming in the NXT realm, AEW. Yeah, we might be swimming real thick here.
Carmelo is a youngin' on the scene. He has got nothing but the mountain in front of him, and
Got that right.
I really do believe within the next 5 to 7 years we're gonna see him sitting on top of that mountain.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, and could you see him and Cody right now,
dude?
I mean, that match would be out of this world right now.
Yep.
And I think we would both agree Carmelo ain't at that stage yet, but when he gets there, my God, the comeuppance that's gonna follow with that is gonna be heavy.
Oh yeah.
Whew, I'm glad you're done picking right now, because man, you went off the reservation now. I didn't think we were gonna have to sweat about them guys till later. This is like in fantasy where somebody picks a defense in round 3, and you're like, what the hell?
What happened?
A defense? I had time. I had plans.
You gotta remember, I'm trying to keep my GM happy because he needs to get a star right now at a lower price who has a great value.
There you go.
So I'm trying to keep my GM
He's
happy.
getting his rookie contract.
Right,
now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I
right.
can see that.
Okay.
Maybe I should follow suit then. All right. Well, then I think I'm gonna follow suit, because now I'm afraid you're gonna snatch them up before I can get to these guys. So I'm gonna take a package deal, because they've been on my mind for the last few days anyway. So I'm gonna take these 2 guys here. They'll be my 2 picks, though, separate picks. But I think I'm gonna go with the new AEW World Champion Swerve.
Oh, okay. Swerve. I swerve when I drive.
And not too far away from when this recording airs, what I'm assuming to be the new NXT World Champion, Trick Williams.
Ooh, Trick.
So we got Swerve Strickland and Trick Williams.
Whoop that.
They got some interesting nicknames there. Boy, if I didn't know better, I swear those 2 guys were like a mirror of each other. But we won't get into that just now. I digress.
I will say this, Trick, for everything that when I see Trick, I see a lot of Booker T.
Yep.
But I also see a lot of just potential of who else he could become.
Yeah.
You
can see he's working with Book. I mean,
he's working
with Book, because he's
got
stealing
the
the
axe
moves
kick
left
and
right.
everything else.
But he's got that Booker look. But by the time Booker got to WWE, Booker was old. You know, he was old. He was an older man. He was kind of on the back end by that point. I mean, Trick's 2 years in at this point. My God, he's got his whole entire career. He hadn't even started to hit his peak yet. He hadn't even know. He's just now hitting his rise. Like what you said about Carmelo, 5 to 7 years, I could see those 2 having the same main event we saw at Stand and Deliver at a WrestleMania.
Absolutely. And then
give me those 2 guys right now, so I can get my young boys going.
And then Swerve has been around for a minute, but good God, the evolution that he has had, especially in the Hangman feud.
Yeah.
When that dude was in that match with Hangman,
he turned a corner.
Dude, freaking stapling stuff to his cheek. Yeah. I mean, dude was just off.
He turned a corner.
He was just out there.
At that point, you looked at him like, he was this guy. Well, now he showed you he could be something totally
different if he had to be.
And take it to the max.
Yeah,
that was crazy. But yeah, he definitely elevated himself in that feud. And then by winning the world title, I mean, that put him in that upper echelon of what AEW's got to put out.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to move on to my 5-2. And for my 5-2, I'm going to go with Seth freaking Rollins.
Can't pass him up. Can't go around him for long.
No, he is an amazing talent. Granted, we might not always agree with his taste of attire.
Yeah, well, we definitely don't. But I noticed Becky's outfit last night. He had Seth's top on. You know what Seth should be wearing under his pants. Becky was good to go as she was winning the women's world title last night.
But yeah, with Seth, Triple H made a comment about Seth that it hit home with me. When you got a new title and you need to give some credibility to it, who other do you give it to than Seth freaking Rollins? I mean, if you want to put some credibility on something, put Seth in behind it. Absolutely. Let him drive it. On top of, he wrestled both nights of WrestleMania with a torn meniscus.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he went into surgery, 3 days after Mania? And I've seen clips of him getting into the ring just to do that last spot with Roman in his Shield gear and all that.
Yep.
And I mean, Seth was crawling. I mean, he was at the end. he had to do it for business. I get it, for the angle. It definitely paid off. But my God, I mean, he was putting I guess he figured, like Cody said before, you can't hurt it anymore once it gets to a certain point.
Right.
But I mean, man, that man was hurting for certain when he walked out there in that match. But he got it done. He did what he needed to do. And he did what he told Cody he would do. He was his shield. He took the shot that Cody would have taken, and it toppled the bloodline. So no way you can go wrong on that pick.
I think just like in that match with Cody and the torn pec, he gained a level of respect from everybody.
Yeah.
So did Seth after WrestleMania weekend. He gained a new level of respect from everybody.
Although Seth's right out there with Cody, with CM Punk. So the same way you asked me about Punk, I think we'll be seeing those two guys right around the same time in a few months. So we're going to have to sit on the sidelines for them a little bit.
Yep. All right. For my 6-1 pick, I'm going to go ahead and pick the man who just held the Intercontinental Championship for the longest reign ever, Gunther.
Nice. Strong pick.
Yep.
See, Gunther came back last night. I thought they were going to ease him into a little higher up feud, but I guess now ain't really the time. They got a lot of muck going around with the World Heavyweight title, so it's really not time to move Gunther up right now.
I think they're waiting until after the draft in order to set him into a good feud. And obviously we know the feud he's going to go into. The question is, how fast do they get him there?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to rush that.
No, I'm hoping they let that linger.
Yeah, you don't want Gunther to take 2 losses in a row.
No.
And you definitely ain't going to pull the title off Cody right now.
No, he's too hot.
All right, well.
6-2, sir.
Yep. So for my next pick, I think I'm going to yeet all over you right now.
Don't you? Let me put on my raincoat
No,
first,
no. I'm yeeting all over your paperwork over there. I'm yeeting all over your draft cycle. I'm going with Jey Uso.
Uso.
Now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For my second pick, I'm going to stay in the family, but I'm not going where you think. I'm going to pick Solo Sikoa, who looks like he's set to be bloodline leader number 2.
So you have legitimately stolen my next pick.
Very good. Those are the things I had to pick him now because now everybody get your ears ready because I'm going to drop a term that y'all are going to start hearing and it's going to be mainstream, but you heard it here first. Solo is going to be who I call my trial chief.
Trial chief?
Trial chief.
Trial chief.
Yeah, so not the tribal chief, but Solo's got to earn that role. So right now he's a trial chief.
Trial chief.
Watch, that's going to catch on.
Okay.
Watch, you'll hear Cole saying that this week, and he'll be like, and everybody will say, my God, what genius he has come up with. And I'll be like, what the hell? But Triple H, you know my number. I'm trying to tell you.
Copyrighted now.
Exactly. You know my number. I'm trying to tell you. Take one B out of Roman's shirt, you can sell the same shirts.
All right, so my next pick, if I took Gunther, I got to take the man who took the title off of him. I got to go with Sami Zayn.
Yep.
And then, of course, let's go to another wild card for me. I'm going to go with somebody who has held it down in TNA for quite a while.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Moose.
Nice.
I'm going to go with Moose because that Joker right there is not getting the credit that he deserves.
No, absolutely not. He's gotten so much better in the last, let's say 10 years. I mean, he's stuck true to TNA. Definitely a talent that could have graduated by now. I mean, he could definitely be on AEW starting roster tomorrow.
Yep.
He could be on Dynamite tomorrow night or from when we're recording. He could work his way up to Raw. I mean, he's that kind of talent, but he's happy where he is, and that works for him. If it works for him, I ain't mad at it.
And if you want to see some powerful offense, check out his matches.
There you go.
That dude is a powerhouse.
Yeah. I mean, he's a banger. He's again, like how we said, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay's kind of the 10-year younger version of him.
Yep.
Moose is in that 10-year younger version of Bobby Lashley at this point now. I mean, he's that kind of bang. Even though Bobby still looks exactly the same as he did when he was Moose's age, but you know what? That being said, I think I'm going to pick him right now. Let's go ahead and pick up Bobby Lashley right now. Yeah, let's do that. Right. Absolutely.
Mr. Ninja Turtle himself.
Roberto. That's his turtle name, Roberto. Absolutely. But while I'm picking there, let's go with another one. Yeah, LA Knight. Let's get him. Let's grab him right now. He is available.
Oh, LA Knight.
Yeah, he's a top 10er for sure.
Oh, yep. My daughter would be watching your show.
See, she would be watching yours. She's like, I don't know these guys, Daddy, but look at that guy's roster.
Yep, that is her pick right now, her shining star. And LA he's in a weird place, but we know where they're going with him.
So that's the thing. It's a bottleneck, right? I mean, you can only have so many people at the top right now, and you don't want all your top guys. You don't want your best guys always dropping the fall. You don't need LA Knight going for another title shot, losing again, falling off. Same thing we just said about Swerve. I mean, you're either going to have to put them over, or you're going to have to, they're going to have to lose, or you just keep them out of that picture. And now's the time to keep those kind of guys out of the picture because they're solid with Cody. And right now it looks like they're pretty solid with Damian Priest. So I don't think you want to get you don't want your favorites in that bottleneck right now because there ain't no way to go but down.
So Priest, huh?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have dropped that name right there.
Priest, huh?
Yeah, that was bad timing and name dropping. I didn't think it all the way through.
Yeah, you can't not pick a current world heavyweight champion.
He's holding a world heavyweight championship. It's kind of bad not to get him.
All right, so I am drafting Mr. Damian Priest, the Money in the Bank, Senor Money in the Bank cash in.
Well down.
And for my last pick, this one needs to be something out of left field. This one needs to be something that a GM has mined this person and said, nobody else sees the value in him but me, and I'm the one that's going to pick him up.
Uh-oh. Well, let's hear this.
Mr. Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Wow. Injured reserve. I'll be honest, I completely forgot about it.
MJF.
He's been gone so long and there's not enough mention of him. I completely forgot about him. Wow. I'm stunned. I can't believe I let that happen.
I called that. Go back into the archives, Booker's Alliance fans. Listen to what I said about MJF in a discussion that I had with old Frank over here. I called MJF a diamond in the rough right before he started to get into these matches where the Iron Man match, the kind of matches he was getting into where it was like, this dude can't do this, and he was like, let me prove you wrong.
I remember that conversation very well. I remember the actual statement I made, all show, no go. And I said at that point, we haven't seen enough in the ring that I could put him to that level. And I mean, he proved me completely wrong. He shut me all the way up. So I'm all respect to that pick. Absolutely.
All right, sir, you are to the last pick.
All right. So my last pick, last two picks or last one?
This is it. This is 10-2 for you.
Oh God. So yeah, we're not snaking no more. Uh-oh. Wow, where am I going to go? Well, I got to do it because I can't leave these folks out there. There's a lot of names that aren't going to get picked right now. So, let's see. I know where I'm going. I can't let it go out of my roster. Give me the awesome truth.
Oh.
God, I'm getting a 2-for-1 out of this, first of all. But you can't not have R-Truth on your roster. You can't be making a fledgling promotion and not get a piece of R-Truth if he's available. So give me the awesome truth. Tag team champion.
Nice. All right, so let's read our draft roster here. So, Frank, you have in your first pick Roman Reigns.
Sure do.
Number 2, Drew McIntyre.
Uh-huh.
Number 3, CM Punk.
I like it.
4, Swerve.
Oh, yeah, man.
Number 5, Trick Williams.
Oh, yeah, man.
Number 6, Yeet Jey Uso.
Yeet, yeet.
Number 7, Solo Sikoa. Number 8, Bobby Lashley.
Wow.
Number 9, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
And number 10, Awesome. What's up? Awesome truth.
The truth. My bad.
All right. So for my draft list, number 1, Mr. Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Uh-oh.
Number 2.
Whoa. Popped him again.
Number 2, the final boss, The Rock.
The Rock.
Number 3, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
Uh-oh.
Number 4, him. Carmelo Hayes.
Him.
He is him. Number 5, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
Number 6, Gunther. Number 7, Mr. Sami Zayn.
Uh-oh.
Number 8, Moose.
Big Moose.
Number 9, Damian Priest.
World champion.
And number 10, Mr. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF.
And that's because he's better than you, and you know it. All right.
That's a mighty fine draft.
What a set of rosters right there.
That is a crazy top 10 to work with.
If TK was looking at that draft right now, there'd be cream in his pants, if you guys know what I'm getting at here.
All right. So I will notice something, sir, though. Kind of partial to your WWE guys here.
I mean, hey, we're fresh out of WrestleMania season.
You got one NXT, Trick Williams.
Yep.
And that's it.
No, I got Swerve.
Well, Swerve, yeah.
Yeah, come on. He's an AEW World Champion. He's the biggest hitter in the promotion, for Christ's sake. I made sure to get him.
All right, so that was the men's draft.
Hold on. How many outsiders do you got on your list? The same two?
Let's see.
The same two.
Let's see.
The same two.
Moose, MJF, Carmelo Hayes, NXT.
Okay.
Will Ospreay.
And Will Ospreay.
So I got 4.
All right, you got 4.
I got 4.
I don't know about MJF though. He might be in.
He might be
don't know
WWE.
it. So, yeah, we ain't gonna say that we know nothing
know.
out here. We're just saying that hey, it's a possibility.
And we just, if so, we've seen pictures of him and Liv. We've seen, we know him and Cody's.
I ain't mad at him on that. I mean,
no, I ain't mad at
him.
him.
If somebody got a camera and I'm in the vicinity, we taking that picture.
Yeah, we taking that picture too. All right, so let's move on to the women's draft where I get first pick.
Yep. Somebody's got to play second. So it's going to be me this time. Good Lord. But I get 2 picks out of that second. So, yeah, I'm excited for these 2 picks.
So I cannot pick anybody else other than for number 1, even though she is injured. Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Wow.
She has to be my number 1.
Yeah, she was definitely on my short list of who's going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think like this women's draft is going to show a lot of injureds, but you're going to have to make it happen on
it's
here.
All right. It's all right. Hey, look, they'll get better.
Yeah,
they'll get better.
Yeah, they will. All right. So that's your number 1 pick. You sure?
Number 1. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, then I got to go the opposite angle of the injury, with the injury bug being hit for the queen. Woo! Charlotte Flair.
Nice.
The queen indeed.
I would say that 3 hours before Raw last night, she had everybody talking.
Uh-oh.
Did you see it?
What happened?
She just posted a picture of the women's world title on X, and that's all she posted.
Did she? I didn't see that.
And then she let everybody sweat and talk for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm sure there was a lot of people like, wait a minute, is she in the building? What's about to happen?
And then
I'm sure Becky was probably losing her mind, like, I know this bitch ain't coming back here again. No, not me, but.
And then she posted, she's like, I'm watching with intent tonight. Good luck to all the ladies. And I'm like, nice. She had to drive that. Yeah. She had to drive that fanfare for a minute.
There you go.
All right, sir. That was your number 1 pick, but now you get your 2-1.
Yep, I'm going to take my follow-up here with somebody right in that same athletic style of wrestler, Bianca Belair.
Ooh. Bianca Belair.
Do that hair whip right there.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we got to do a Bianca Belair, it's 2-1, 2-2. Has to be Storm herself.
Not a bad pick.
Has to be, because when you look at the landscape and how things are changing right now, she's in a weird state to where nobody really knows what they're going to do with her yet.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows. It looks like they're going to tag her with Bianca.
Well, I think that's a good idea. Put her with a more experienced veteran. Let her learn. Obviously that's how you bring your young talent in. You put them with some veteran. They had her with Naomi, packaged it. I think they're like a little faction in there. They might be spawning off Bianca and Jade right now a little bit to do a tag thing. But if they keep them in a faction and let them work with each other, I mean, that gives Jade all the experience just from watching and learning that she could possibly get.
I really think you're getting ready to see her and Bianca become tag champs.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's going to happen.
Yeah, at this point now, we already had Bayley go over on EO. So, I mean, Damage Control is kind of on the downslide right now. So, yeah, as soon as Kyrie's and Oscar are back, healthy, ready to go, I feel like that's coming. So, we'll see that. We'll see those titles switch over real quick.
All right. So, snaking on down through the draft, I've got 2 powerhouses so far. Seems like I need a technical.
There you go.
Seems like I might need to pick somebody that might not be on anybody's radar.
Uh-oh.
And somebody that I really, really, really enjoy seeing down in NXT right now.
Okay.
Talking about Valkyrie.
Oh, nice.
I really
Valkyrie.
think Lyra.
Okay.
I think she is, I believe I have gone on record in our text thread and I've called her the female Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. I mean, she's good.
She's really good, really technical, and I really think like Carmelo there's nothing but up for her.
No, absolutely not. As long as she can avoid the Triple H champion injury bug, she'll be really good. Right. But unfortunately, nobody can seem to avoid that. It don't matter if he was in NXT over the whole thing. If you're a champion under Triple H, you're going to have a long reign. You're going to lose it by injury. Yeah. You're on your way to forfeiting the title. It's just par for the course. But
so that's me keeping my GM happy. That rookie contract there with nothing but upside.
That makes sense.
So where are you going for 3-2, sir?
Well, speaking of sides, you said upside. I'm thinking backside. My bad. Wrong way, wrong avenue. This is dangerous. So we're gonna keep it even. We're just gonna make our picks, right?
That's right.
So I'm thinking right now, women's world champion Becky Lynch, the man who we thought was going to be on the shelf for quite a while, and all of a sudden got the call back, and she's back and with a title.
Yeah, Triple H, John Moxley'd her.
Yeah, he told her, we know
vacation
we know we were sending you home and all that, but no, that ain't going.
Yeah, in case of emergency break glass.
Exactly.
That was
sorry
Becky.
to break it to you, but you're going to have to come back for a little bit.
So let's stop and talk about for a minute, just real quick. Are you happy with that pick? Or should Liv have taken it?
No. So if Liv had taken it, then it would have just been like, it really would have cheapened what their angle can be. Because you don't want Rhea to come back whenever she's able to come back and immediately start challenging Liv for the title. Right. They need to have a feud of their own away from the title. And now they can let that title build up some more. They can let it, have some real feuds around it. Because when Rhea had it, nobody was her peer. Nobody was her equal. Even when Becky faced her at WrestleMania, we went into it saying Rhea was going to win. We came out of it knowing Rhea had won. Had not this injury happened, I didn't see Rhea losing that title for a long time.
True.
So the fact that it's up for grabs now, I think it's a good time to get some more women established to actually contend for it. And Becky's probably your best choice to do it because same thing when Liv won the SmackDown title before. Every match she went into, she was an underdog and she kind of had to cheat to win or had to sneak a win. Well, we need to see that title defended with some strong wins where there's a thought of somebody losing. If Liv had it, it's like every match she has, she's going to automatically lose. When Rhea had it, every match she had, she was automatically going to win. At least with Becky in the right feud, it could go either way.
Yep.
So, I think they made the right choice there. But I made the right choice with that pick. And we're going to follow it with an equally wise choice and say Tiffany Stratton.
Damn it, you got
Absolutely. It. That's why I said I was thinking of backsides, and I'm like, I know that's what you're thinking of, so I planted that seed to get your mind going that way, and then I snatched it.
I wanted to take the lighter one first.
I know what you wanted.
Well, that's for us.
Exactly. I know what you wanted. You don't have to tell us. Your wife may be listening. Keep that to yourself.
Yeah, shh, can't say that.
Exactly.
All right, so if you were taking Tiffany Stratton, who am I going to take next? I think I am going to go with Julia Hart. I think I see that she's excelled so much, but I think they've only scratched the surface with her.
Oh yeah, there's plenty more they can do to grow with her.
So I think her, as far as what she's doing now with the House of Black, way leaps and bounds above the cheerleader gimmick that she was in with the Varsity Blondes. But holy crap, just the way that she has...
Wow, the Varsity Blondes.
I know,
what
right?
The hell? Where are those guys at? That's another episode. I digress. Good Lord.
But I really think as to what she is becoming and how she's evolving, again, another one of those, just nothing but up for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
My next pick, I'm going to go with CEO herself.
Oh, wow.
Mercedes Moné.
There you go. So she was on my plate somewhere, but I wasn't so ready to go just yet. Just because, we haven't seen her in the ring in a year.
True.
At this point now, I don't know what I would be getting. Like I said, I was thinking about it.
I know what you're getting. You're getting the CEO.
Okay, true enough. It isn't my pick yet.
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see your three letters, and I'll raise you three letters. DMD. The doctor's in the house now. All right. Give me every bit of Brittany Baker.
There we go.
Like I said, half my roster's on the injured list. So apparently I'm Tony Khan booking the women because I'm only giving them 5 minutes on TV each week because all of them are out. But when she comes back, give me every bit of that. She's gonna be ready, and CEO and DMD are definitely gonna BANG one day.
Yeah, it's gonna be on.
They're gonna bang. Those two are on a collision course like no other. Hopefully it doesn't happen on Collision because I won't see it. But yeah, well, that'll happen. That's going to happen.
That'll have to be a replay of it.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to tell me in advance. Please advertise before you do it. But yeah, no, I gotta get her in there right now.
Okay, number 6-1 is yours, sir.
I got to go with the other women's champion now. We can't leave Bailey out. I mean, Bailey's had a good 6 months, last 6 months or so with her story and now her title. Can't leave her out. I got to pick her up.
Nice.
All the women's champions on my roster. You've got no belts.
That's all right.
No belts.
I've got potential, sir.
Yeah, you know what potential will buy you with a quarter? A cup of coffee at McDonald's.
Like the Macho Man says, a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee in the business. The cream of the crop rises to the top. Oh, yeah. Oh.
All right, so I'm going to go for 6'2". I'm going to go with – I really want to go with – I'm torn between two. Well, you got 2 picks, so I advise you just go with both. Otherwise, I'm going to come in and swoop one of them up. I'm going to go with Natalya as one of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Natalya got picked in a draft.
Natalya.
She's like an off-camera pick, though, right?
No.
Like, yeah, she don't come on. She don't go during the show. She gets picked up off camera as like a free agent. No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's going in the draft.
Gotcha.
And the reason why she's going in the draft is because
you need her to train all
I've
that
got
potential
Lyra
over there.
and I've got Julia.
There you go. You need somebody to train all that.
Yeah, my
potential
GM
over
needs
there.
to train her.
I hear you. And I ain't mad at that. So as soon as you said offered a reason, I'm like, I know where this is going. Hell, he needs a trainer over there to get them young girls going.
I'm also going to pick up Chelsea Green.
Oh wow! For a little bit last night, watching the women's Royal Rumble we saw on Raw. I keep saying last night like it's Tuesday. For us, it is Tuesday behind the scenes. When y'all are listening on Friday, it's way more nights after that. But watching that, I almost thought Chelsea was going to win that thing.
I really did too.
There was a couple times watching that Battle Royal. I'm like, are they going to? When she did the whole sneak back in, the whole Stone Cold Steve Austin angle from the '90s. When she did that, I'm like, are they about to give her this?
If
thing?
I would have had the pencil, I so would have had.
Oh, you would have pissed off so many people.
I so would have had.
There would have been so many angry fans out there.
Just for a week. Just if
it would have been good for a week.
Just for a week.
It would have been good.
Because could you imagine how she would have had her crowning celebration?
Yeah, it would have been huge.
And then it would have been somebody to come in and just destroy her.
So the only thing, though, Jade's been destroying her lately. So, I mean, that would have been a crazy transition. But Jade just ain't ready for that title yet. As much as I would have loved it, as huge as it would have been at the Battle Royal last night, thank God Triple H is forward thinking enough to say, well, what's this going to look like in a month? Because it wouldn't have looked good in a month. I don't think we would have been where we wanted to go.
Nope.
But all right, so my turn.
7-2, yes, sir.
Yippee. So right now I want to go with strong women, WOMEN, not AN, but I'm picking the Kabuki Warriors right now.
Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, you guys see, I use this whole angle to pick, to get my tag team as one pick there. I'm just seeing smart draft in there. That's smart draft.
Kairi Sane and Asuka.
Absolutely. I'm getting, give me both of them. But along with that, I also want to get Liv Morgan. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, we hinted at it last week. They should pair her up with the Dom thing.
Yep.
They gave us a peek of it last night, just a little peek. I don't think they want to lean into it too much because it isn't, an original idea. That's been on Busted Open. That's been everywhere. But I think they were just like, you know what? We'll give you a little taste of it. See see how it picks up.
All right. So for my 8-2, I've got Rhea Ripley. I've got Jade Cargill. Nia Jax is in that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, she was definitely in my next. She was definitely in my next level of picks. If you didn't get her, she was gone anyway. So
yep, and I mean those are three pretty big, strong picks.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to go with a small, strong pick, Ivy Nile.
Okay.
I really, really, really like Ivy Nile. She deserves way more TV time than what she's getting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
the women are in that same bottleneck that we just talked about the men. I mean, it's great to have. It's the best problem in the world to have where your roster's so thick that you can't fit them all in, but damn.
Yep.
After a while, you want to see some of these people graduate up. It's like, all right, it's time now, but we ain't ready just yet.
All right, sir. Number 9-2 for you.
All right, so let's see. Number 9, I want to go with. I I do, but I don't. I kind of want to live into what you lived in for, but I just can't not do it just because, of my tenure as a fan and my fandom and all that. I got to take Trish Stratus. Yeah, I can't leave her. I can't leave her out there. I'm too great to just leave out there and not pick up. Got to pick her.
True. All right. Down to the last 2 picks. Number 10, sir. Who was
Last two?
Wait
a minute. I just picked, though. I can't have 3 in a row.
No. I picked Ivy. You got Trish. Now we're snaking. So now you're 10-1.
Oh, I picked 1, then you pick 1. Then,
Yep.
Oh, my God. I only got 1 pick left?
Yep.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I need more picks. Okay. All right. We gotta settle it down here. Let's see. If I had to go solid, I mean, at this point, I almost have to because I already got the Kabuki Warriors. I got to take Io Sky. Yeah. I mean, she's just fresh off a world championship run, and she's part of Damage Control. Can't leave her out there.
All right. So for my last pick, again, somebody that has fell off the radar from a lot of people.
Uh-oh.
Somebody who is on their way back, and we all just don't know it yet.
Oh, no.
Alexa Bliss.
Oh, wow. We definitely need some Alexa on our TV screens.
Gotta take Alexa Bliss. I really think this whole tease that they're doing, whether it is...
She does seem like a tease, doesn't she? Oh,
well, you could ask Randy Orton about that.
Yeah, I was going. Well, I mean, gotta ask Ryan Cabrera about it, apparently, so we can let that conversation.
But
go.
as far as what's going on right now with all of the teases, the QR codes, the cryptic messages, they're kind of doing that all again. Of course, everybody really is connecting that to Bo Dallas and the Uncle Howdy. I really feel like from the clue that was given last night, it's not going to be just Uncle Howdy. It's the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, it's got to. At this point now, you got to fill in all the blanks. I feel like
because
there's rumors about Rowan coming in. They definitely need to get him included in that somehow or another. Just because he's the only Wyatt family member still standing. Short of Braun Strowman.
It was there was some. It was almost like a computer DOS prompt that led you there last night. You could type certain things in, and it really was one of the clues was what are the 5 sense organs?
Okay.
And if you typed in Eric Rowan, it responded back sense organ.
Nice.
Braun Strowman, it responded back sense organ. Alexa Bliss, sense organ. Like nice. it was basically telling you kind of what's happening, what's coming. So for me, I really am interested to see what they do with her character.
Yeah.
I also feel if they're not careful, Liv Morgan's going to limp into some of that gothic stuff because she's kind of already pushing that edge. But if she's going to push that edge, it needs to be on the Judgment Day side of it and not the spooky, scary side of it. I want them to leave that for
she
Bliss.
Needs to stay out of the supernatural. But Judgment Day in the supernatural group. So I don't think if that's the angle she goes, I don't see her getting into that. But I mean, let's be honest, Liv and Alexa Bliss have almost been counterparts for a while.
Absolutely.
Anyway. They have a real similar look. It's like the WWE went to the factory and they ordered one and they got like 2 by mistake. Sometimes you buy one thing and they accidentally send you a second one by mistake. And they looked at it like, oh, hell, we ain't sending it back. We're keeping it. But, it's dicey territory on how do you book them, keep them separate. Yep. But, yeah, if they live more into the Alexa Bliss, Wyatt, Fiend gimmick that she was in, that'll separate her so far away from any other woman on the roster. She won't have to worry about that going forward.
Absolutely. All right, so let's give a rundown of the draft. So Marky Mark, my draft here. Number 1, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Number 2, Storm herself, Jade Cargill. Number 3, Lyra Valkyria. Number 4, Julia Hart. Number 5, CEO Mercedes Moné. Number 6, Natty Natalya.
Wow, I still can't believe that.
I love it. I love that pick. Number 7, Chelsea Green. Number 8, Nia Jax. Number 9, Ivy Nile, the Pitbull. I love that pick too. And number 10, Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss. Yours, sir. Number 1, Charlotte Flair. Number 2, the EST, Bianca Belair. Number 3, Becky Lynch. Number 4, Tiffy Time herself, Miss Tiffany Stratton. Number 5, DMD, Britt Baker. Number 6, Bailey. Number 7, Kabuki Warriors. Number 8, Liv Morgan. 9, Trish Stratus. And rounding out your 10, Io Sky. Mm-hmm. Sounds like we have a hell of a roster
Man,
on both
I'm
sides.
telling you. So same thing. HBK's looking at this roster right now, wanting to super kick somebody. He's like, my God, I need to pick these people up.
Avoid all barbershop windows, please.
Absolutely, yeah. He's at this point, he's ready to kill. He'd jump off a ladder on you and drop the big elbow if he could, because them rosters are on fire.
Those are some good rosters. Now, imagine a world where, granted, I know, because like we said, bottlenecks. You can't have everybody everywhere on fire. You can't. But imagine a world where you had a good booker.
Yeah. You could figure something out
that you could do with people like that.
That's why we pick these rosters.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you, I could not have 10 different stories going on with those 10 different talents right now, and none of them intertwining with it. You know, I'd have like 1A versus like a 3B or something like that. But none of them would get out of their own little angle for a while until it was time to move angle.
And I will say this, and you don't have to if you don't have one, but I do have an honorable mention for the women.
I've got an honorable mention too, but good way to go.
So my honorable mention for the women, I am invested.
It better not be the same one. That would suck.
I am invested in what they're doing with her because it's seed by seed by seed, by little, until eventually something is going to happen with her. Maxine Dupree.
Oh yeah. So they started planting the seeds yesterday, like. You know, when Chad did his full heel turn and, you know, and everybody else was kind of against it. And, you know, Otis was really, hesitant and Tozawa didn't really say anything. You know, Maxine kind of said, okay. But then in that battle royal, you started to see, she started to be a little different out there.
Even with what Becky said walking past her. You know, Becky, when Becky walked past her as Becky was walking to the ring, she basically told her, that doesn't define you.
Yeah.
What you're getting ready to go out there and do, let that be the start of something different.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm totally invested. And it's not even the fact, again, it's not even the ring work. It's
definitely not the ring work.
It's the story, but that's my honorable mention.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's a good honorable mention, too. My honorable mention is probably going to knock everybody's socks off because they ain't expecting it right now. But damn, she's an MVP right now. I'm going with Samantha Irvin. My God. I mean,
absolutely.
What she did at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
She announced 2 nights of the great Howard Finkel never did that.
Yep.
I mean, she went 8 hours of announcing at WrestleMania. And her emotion, the kind of thing, the kind of energy she brings to her announcing just lets you know that she's invested. She's a fan.
I'm loving everything she's doing.
It makes me enjoy it for the fact that she enjoys it how she does.
Absolutely.
Definitely an honorable mention.
Absolutely. So there's our draft, everybody. What do you think? Reach out on our social media platforms. Drop us a line. Tell us what you think. Who did we miss? Who did we screw over that we didn't draft? Because I know
they're out there.
I know they're out there.
They're out there. They're probably looking at us like a mad rate right now. Like, how the hell did my name not get mentioned? Exactly. I'm gonna get some hate for that Trish pick. They're like, there's fresh talent that needs to be picked, but I know.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you for what you do, and we bid you adieu.
Woo!
Today's podcast was produced by SBP. You can find our podcast on all major podcast platforms. Also, connect with us on our social media accounts. Search for The Bookers Alliance on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X.